Hey, Pisces. It's MJ from Happy to be here with you. So I've done a couple of these live. I just want to, do a couple live to say hey to everybody. I'd like to promote that we're back doing our monthly, weekly, occasional daily message. I typically do the daily message on Instagram at Ultra Love and Ultra Love TV. So I shape shift between those two channels or profiles rather. And yes, feel free to tune in. Again, I like to do the live streams, but for various reasons over the years, I've stuck, and I'll encourage you to train regular live shares and access ad-free content. I'm trying to think of the difference. So there's a $5 tier, which is for that, and all the other readings are for the patrons. And then I think the $22 tier, it's obviously first ad-free, and you also get the intuitively guided shares. So whenever I'm prompted to noodle on a topic or just share different insights, I'll do that live. So you catch live on the Patreon. You'll also get access ad-free content, which you can leave back to me. So I also do the occasional breathwork meditation, usually based on Patreon's requests. So okay, let's get into it. Pisces, you guys are awesome. I love my Pisces energy, my little fishes. Let's get into it. Divine insight, divine guiding clarity. Oops, a little limited finals, or that's pretty clear. You might be feeling limited on the financial front, a little bit disempowered or a bit concerned or not sure. And then there's a Three of Swords. Three of Swords is, to me, one of the words, like Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, both are painful. You're dealing with some emotional grief. For some of you, this is around your home life, your family life, being less than stable perhaps, or you're dealing with it because you're obviously water sign. And this Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. I'm feeling somebody pull back, giving somebody that sense of a rug out from under you. Hence the heartbreak here. Ten of Cups in the reverse. And again, these are time stamped around, obviously, I'm looking at energies for the month of August. We can always interpret them intuitively and timelessly whenever we come across. I feel like, again, or just like there's financial losses or limitations that's affecting the partner at home, which then affecting you. Some of you really own way. Some of you are going to want to address the issue because it's concerning the children and the entire homeland, as it were. Oh, yeah, I mean, gee whiz. There's definitely some things from walking away from a situation. This Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're the two reverse. So there's, again, I'm saying, there's a limitation. And then the Three of Swords of Cups, I'm thinking someone's walking away from a situation. And I get a bit sticky because I'm thinking this is a Ten of Cups situation. As in, this is a juicy, glorious, happy situation. And one person's walking away. Maybe they feel limited. They're not feeling free and joyful in their time anymore. And they want to maybe explore options. The Lovers energy, or this is a hard activation for some of you. If you're feeling a situation, being left, prompting you to return to self. It's prompting you to come back into the total unconditional self-love from within yourself. This is being guided by the divine as well. Like you're fully protected in the situation. It's just kind of painful, sticky, emotional. So it is that Queen of Cups that's moving. There's just, it's a lot of messages around like someone's moving, another Lover's energy. So again, this I get a sense that if someone is walking away and you're coming back to yourself, there, you know, you will meet someone eventually. There's another match or whatever. I wouldn't worry too much about that right now, because I think for some of you, you're possibly in the grieving phase or grief phase of this releasing, letting go, or loss. This is a feeling of a limitation. This Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is somebody that's walking away or has walked away, or walked away because they felt limited. You might get messages from them. If they've walked away and there's some sort of separation or no contact, you will have communication. Something shifted within the dynamic, and it needs a reframe. It needs for both people to come back to ground or something like this. There needs to be a sense of open-heartedness. And maybe if you're not getting that, that's why you're walking away, or yeah. This is going to offer you a time to rejuvenate your energies. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's see if there's any more clarity from that Queen. I'm hearing something about not ready for this yet. I'm not ready for this yet. So it also could be that this situation moved really fast and there just needs to be a slight shift or a bit of a reworking, hence the walking away. Oh no, but actually the oh no is like addressing some stuff for both, obviously, right? There's that owl again. And there's an owl here too. So there's something like in our world, I think, where aspects of our consciousness, perspectives, value systems, pretty big aspects actually are shape-shifting. Some are crumbling, some are being built. Some are crumbling as a result, but also a reflection of that inner work of processing, of releasing, of letting go, right? So I love that card. And for some of you, there is this sense of like, you're going to have to get grounded, PISCES, really, really grounded here. And the Queen of Pentacles, again, if there's someone you're dealing with, it's pulling back. They just want to pull back their energy. They're just dealing with stuff, right? Letting go. So there's something pretty significant. Now, I dare say there's a bit of a loopage. So there could be a release to return, okay? But for those of you who it's appropriate to release, let go, and move on, that's also going to happen. Because for some of you, there's like an Emperor energy. Maybe you're coming back into full power as a singleton. Or it's another simplicity here is that some of the children within this family dynamic are grown and like leaving the nest, and then the parentals, right, you and the partner are kind of figuring out like, well, what do we do now? Are we even in love? Like that kind of thing. It's the empty nest syndrome. So for some of you, it's more, I'm actually getting more of that. It's like that happy family, joyful, the children growing up, that's all changing. One person might be feeling limited. You know, the kids are gone, or the kids barely come home. Do we need to bring home, or can we downsize, or is this marriage really working? There's a lot of communication going on. So that feels a little bit more harmonious. And as far as like the Lover's energy here is signaling to me, there's like a renewal, working on. Two people like want to work on it. But for some of you, of course, the working on it can mean, let's go our separate ways. Like, let's just see what it's like to be single for a while, or right. Because the letting go, and there's an 8 of Cups as well. Yeah, that would just plus Tower, 10 of Cups reverse. And like, there's definitely, you know, a painful end, something that's going to require some emotional processing. But I would dare say vibrationally, this has already come down. Like the tower's reverse. I'm like, there's for the majority of you, where or as and when this is resonating, there's something about like the shift has kind of already happened, as in the kids have already fled the nest, or a lot of emotional alchemy around, oh shit, I think this relationship is over. That's already happened. Like one of you already knows, like, well, that's not working like this. Like we're not fulfilling each other, or we're not, right? And so, yeah, let's be separate for a bit. Let's work on ourselves separately. I always think that with long-standing marriages or like really kosher relationships that have children and asset and stuff, that it's often really mature and wise for people to just like honor the fact that you love one another and that you're going to care for one another, and then at the same time be free enough to let each other go. Because I see that sometimes with relationship, that people really hold on, and the sad thing is that they're not able to move on. You know, they're so fixated with a past relationship that they're not able to fully invest in the present. And yet oftentimes it's two to tango. So there's an aspect of like a positive communication, especially with a long-standing relationship, to be able to move on. And like, I think people fool themselves in saying, oh, well, we can all get along, or, oh, well, but that's not always the case either. So honesty in relating, I think, is just paramount. But then saying that, self-responsibility and doing conscious work within these communities anyway is also paramount, because the more we're working with the mental emotional bodies, the more I would dare say, like, you have to kind of gravitate and associate with people that are doing that same work. Anyway, I kind of digress, but I wish you peace. I wish you well. This is our final, we've got all of the 12 monthly readings are complete. I'll promote or I'll publish eventually the playlist. And again, Patreons have been getting these over on the Patreon, so they've been tuning into their August reads already, and then I'll be publishing the rest very soon. Because where are we? We're on the 21st. Happy birthday to my beautiful Leo lovers. I don't know. I feel this sort of quiet excitement. Like, I know things are changing. When are things not changing? But I think there's some sort of integral shift within the collective as far as understanding or having enough revelatory experience to shift into the heart and to make way with that kind of compassionate healing. And so I'm sensing as much chaos or as much perceived, downfall, speaking to the collective now, that from the heart of humanity, there's actually a beautiful, profound, and positive upgrade in our energy body as far as being able to live more in that centered space where we're in the unified mind field within being in heart anchored, right? So the heart is the anchor, and the energy body is kind of working in synergy with that heart anchor, and the visions of the mind are born from the purity of the heart. So here we are, right? Like making manifest all that beauty and all that like love and compassion. And, for I think a lot of us, it's simple. It's just the little worlds that we're creating in our little corner of the internet, like a leprechaun. What does he say? My lucky charms. You guys are my lucky charms. Anyway, I love you guys, Pisces. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe if you did enjoy that. And I appreciate this community so much when you guys share the videos or you link, friends and stuff to just promote. Because I want to grow the channel. I love you guys. Have an awesome month of August, and I'll see you guys real soon. Keep an eye out for the dailies and the weeklies as well. Take care, my lovers.